Good afternoon, and welcome to the Harmony session, where we're going to talk about the Harmony Connect, the first enterprise collaboration hub, which we're announcing this week. We all know that the mobile enterprise involves working anytime, anywhere, not just on mobile devices. We all know that SharePoint's a little bit difficult to use in some situations. So we're going to be showing you some really cool stuff in the next 15 minutes. My name's David Lavenda. I'm Vice President of Product Strategy at Harmony. And with me is Richard Poole, who's our CTO for Man. I'll just be giving a brief introduction, and then we're going to dive right into a live demo. So when we all want to collaborate, SharePoint is really only one element of what we need, right? So we want to share documents, but we also want to be able to reach out to people and talk with them on some of the other collaboration products that we have. So things like Link, OneDrive, Office 365, Yammer, Calendar, Tasks, and email, and telephone, of course. And today, both on the mobile and on the desktop, this is a very disjointed experience, right? So we've got a lot of different apps, a lot of different windows, and that causes a lot of confusion, and it also creates a lot of problems for getting people to use these tools because it's all disjointed and doesn't work very well together. So what Harmony is about is creating a single screen experience for all your Microsoft collaboration tools on the desktop, on the mobile, in a synchronized fashion so that you have a unified user experience no matter where you are. So whether you're in the office working on email, where most of us spend our day, or you have an iPad, or you're working on any of the mobile devices, whether it's iOS, Android, Windows, or even BlackBerry, or also in Outlook in the web apps, in the Office and the Outlook online. So wherever you are, same user experience, all the Microsoft tools in one window. So with that brief introduction, I'll turn it over to Richard to actually show you how this works.
Thank you, David. So what we're going to do over the next 10 minutes is show you what Harmony can do across all your devices, as David has just mentioned. So I find myself going in and out of London, for example, meeting lots of prospective customers, and not only do we like to use our own products ourselves, but we also like to get people to start using our software for themselves, trying it out, and experiencing Harmony across their business users. So let's see how we use this ourselves. So for example, you can see in Harmony on my smartphone here that I've got access within one application to both my Yammer activity and my SharePoint activity in a single contextual update stream. So these are the places that I'm following and that I'm connected to. So maybe I'm on a train going into London for a meeting, and it's a busy train. I'm stood between two other people. I'm not going to get my laptop out. I'm not going to get my iPad out. I'm going to be using my smartphone. Maybe I'm sending some text messages, replying to some emails and things. So on here you can see that not only has Angela posted to Yammer that there is a new document template that we need to use for our pilot projects, but also I can see where she's put it in SharePoint as well. So I can follow that document to take me directly to the information in one place. So here I've got the document and all the information about that document as well. So not only can I open the document up to take a look at it while I'm on that train, for example, I can start to review that, and maybe I've actually got some questions about it. So I want to reach out to Angela, who's actually uploaded that document in SharePoint, and by selecting her name, still within the Harmony application, I can reach out to Angela. I can get to her contact details. So for example, I can give her a call while I'm on the train and dial her directly from here. I don't even need to enter any information. I can simply stay in contact within the application I've got. So maybe I'm going to contact Angela and ask her about the document that she's updated, how to fill it in, and I'm going to get one of my colleagues who's in the office to actually start preparing that document while I'm on my way to my meeting. So let's go back to the document, and you can see also all the metadata around that document as well. And I want to send that as a link to one of my colleagues. So I'm going to send that as a link to Sam, who's waiting in the office to start working on this. You can see that that's a nicely formatted SharePoint link embedded into my email, and I'm going to send that on its way. What I want to do now is just come out and take on the persona of Sam, who's in the office. So for example, let's go into my Outlook. So you can see within Outlook, Harmony is a sidebar over on the right hand side that gives me access to all the same information that I had on my smartphone or my tablet, but also there's that email that Sam that I just received. And it's got that link in it. So instead of clicking on the link to open up another window, another browser for example, I just want to take that link and paste it into the Harmony sidebar to go directly to that document, and I can start to work on it. I can also see all the information about it. So again, I can reach out to Angela in a number of different ways. If she's available on link, I can contact her, I can send an instant message or have a voice over IP call with her. But what I want to do is I actually want to check that document out and start working on it. So I'm going to open that up into Word and fill in the information that I know already about this project. So let's just fill in the details that I've got. So we know how many desktop users there's going to be in this project. Let's say 5,000. And how many mobile users as well is 1,200. I also want to set some basic parameters for the project. So it's going to be a 30-day pilot, and I want that to be kicked off on the 10th of March. Now I'm going to save those changes, but I actually want to tag the document with some information as well. So I can actually not only access the document, but also the metadata directly from here. So everything is in context. And here you can see I've got access to tags, all the metadata, etc. So I want to tag this for this particular customer who's in the financial services industry. So you can see as I type ahead, valid tags and terms are presented to me. So let's say it's for financial services. And when I close the properties, the document is automatically checked in and made available to anybody else who has access to this location. Also, if they're following that location for activity in SharePoint, in their Harmony application, they'll get that whatever device they're using. So now Annie is actually in the meeting with her customer. And in this case, she's actually using her iPad now. So she started off on her phone in the morning, and now she's using her iPad in the meeting. So rather than taking separate notes and adding them to the document at a later date, I can see, for example, that Sam here has updated the document a few moments ago on his desktop. And by selecting that profile, again, I can go directly to the document. We can see the tag that we just updated on the desktop. And I actually want to add some further tags as well. So I'm going to check that document out here, and I want to edit the properties as well. So you can see that it's very, very focused on the information that I want in context without having to switch through lots of applications. So I'm going to add an additional tag because this is a UK customer, so I'm going to tag it as United Kingdom and apply that tag. I can then check that document in and say that basic details, add it. And when I check that document in, other users can access that as well. So you can work seamlessly with your colleagues wherever they are, whatever device they're using, and I can even open that document for editing directly on my iPad, either in another application or Office web apps. So thank you for listening to my demonstration. I'm just going to pass you back over to David.
Thanks, Richard. So, as Richard showed you, the Harmony works on all the different platforms where you work. It's called Harmony Connect, and the concept again is one window, single window on every device. It's all synchronized, as you saw, so that everything that you do on one device carries over to the other device, and it's a seamless experience. just from some of the business values that our customers have seen from their implementations of Harmony, vastly increasing SharePoint usage. You know, sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to get people to use SharePoint because the user experience is a little bit clunky sometimes. Well, we've seen increase in usage by 3 times. A lot of driving document collaboration best practices. One of the things that Richard didn't show is when you have acquired metadata, Harmony can force people to fill in the information before they're allowed to check documents in. So you can also find things afterwards, not only store documents, but also be able to classify them and find them afterwards. Of course, we saw the Yammer integration directly in the product, and Harmony Mobile also, Richard showed. So over 1.5 million users use them. These are some of our customers, many different verticals. And what I invite you all to do is to come over to our booth, which is 2024. We have a SharePoint challenge. You can try this hands-on yourself, and maybe even win a Windows phone that we're giving out at the end of the day today. Thank you very much.